surrounded. All around. No way out.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazurus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinium. Real marvel. These leeches. What's keeping you things warm?
Error. Hull damaged.
at it. A Lazurus in bloom. You know... He might be some of the only... What's happening? The heat leeches are terramorphs. You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets. No, Lazurus plants can't grow anywhere but here, let alone blossom. People have tried. Plus, if what we just witnessed was happening anywhere else, well, it wouldn't just be Londinian lost to these things. What we just saw, it must be some kind of alternate growth method. One that winnows 70 years of maturation into seconds. It's incredible. Pretty major is right. But if what we just... The Lazurus plant. It's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other. But that means, if anyone knew about this, they could you could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, could someone have set that up? But first, you'd have to know the truth about...
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Go!
Right?
Uploaded it myself.
Captain, let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazurus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on? Exactly. Someone saw the Lazurus plant. Makes some sense, actually. Tau said he was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one. It couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the terramorphs. These attacks. I think someone planned them to set all this in motion. They certainly were. Who could pull something like this off? That's a good point.
Let's save the discussion for when you all are standing in the universe's closest equivalent to Hell Frozen. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more terramorph attacks, human caused or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser?
The entrance is... sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
Situation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral! It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet will be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties? Yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. They'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swallowed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazurus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk. Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon. He killed those people to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. Condemned this whole... Yes. But if the plant was used to trigger the attacks, could Victus have been involved? And even if he wasn't directly involved, but I guess we're not getting any more answers right now. Come on. Kaiser, try now.
Successful.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled.
Kill them first.
Signal that thing's putting out to call in those creatures. I think I can telephone. I'm gonna need some help.
There it is! Open!
There should be some radar equipment powered up now around them. You get those online, and I'll relay my signal from there. Get to the next dish. No signal on our.
It's working!
One more dish and I should be able to shoot.
It's got me! It's got me! Where are you?
grab that sample while we can.
Secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon. Look at all of you. It got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Ah, this placement. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Bay Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
I'm sorry, what? He's pulling my leg, right?
No, I don't believe he...
So that means...
I believe that's exactly... Look, Captain. Percival and I, we need to get these samples back to the lab. Ensure we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terror. But Bay Victus is the only solid lead we've got on the attacks. Since you're the only one who knows where he is, can you speak to him? See if you can get him to cough up anything. Good. We'll all meet back at Mast. Best of luck.
I'm not feeling that bad.
We have an appointment. We're seeing the doctor. That's it.
The majority of citizens here in New Atlantis count on Reliant Medical. I believe our reputation speaks for itself. Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies... All right, what can... Oh my, it's a good... All right, we'll just relax. There you are. Oh, yes, sir. Take care of yourself.
Would make you claim something as ludicrous. Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but after all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret. Perhaps I can convince you to keep... You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau City. Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazurus plant's pollen outside of Londinian. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thought. You couldn't be more right. The attacks. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling. So I ordered the bombing of and spaceport. Fixing two problems at once. Halt and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. Simple to say now, but with the outbreak raging from a barely understood source, the moment demanded quick action. I removed the dangerous variable from an already catastrophic. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I... What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another. It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. And so I used their blind. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. I fled camp. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions invisible to any but their recipient, dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. All without the UC realizing whom you were actually dealing with. Slow work. But as you can see, Captain, please. You've benefited here as much as I have. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your need. And look at the results. I know for a fact the cabinet's... Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end, with only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the wealth of... I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth. And let's not forget the importance of our eliminating the terramorphs, securing knowledge of the Lazurus plant. What we've set in motion, I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the cabinet, leaving it. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlays, after all. I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together. Hunting down criminals and others. I expect they'll give me a bit more free range once you would help me, like you did with Orlays. Track them down, and keep them from doing harm to the United Colonies. Impossible, though, if the Cabinet learns I'm the one responsible for the attacks. keep the larger perspective in mind, Captain.
Perfect timing. We just got it. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the acyles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against...
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazurus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazurus plant?
Orlays? Reginald Orlays? He did this? I didn't think he was still alive. Oh yeah. Both worked for UC Defense Research way back when. Different departments, but everyone had a mean eye for weapons tech. And a meaner temper. Wasn't exactly a surprise when he fled instead of staying. But finding out he's taken up mass murder in the years since, that is a shock. You're sure?
That's some impressive work. So then give us the rundown. Where's Orlays now? Were you able to bring him in? Huh, I see. Wish we could have questioned him. But any idea why he might have done it? Another madman just... Well, at least he won't be able to hurt anybody else now. Might be the best we could ask for, given... So I guess there's nothing else to do but get this all in front of the cabinet. Unless there were other things we needed to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terramorphs. Then here we go.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true? The second report claims to know the perpetrator as well. Did Reginald Orlays actually commit these attacks, Captain?
That appears to be the case, ma'am. The captain tracked that information down just after our trip to Londinian.
Reginald Orlays? Wasn't there a report he'd been killed recently?
Body was found floating around Etheria. Report mentioned you were sent to try and bring him in, Captain. I guess that didn't go according.
Ah, yes. I was told about your mission and who ordered it. Did you? Well, this report contains definitive evidence Orlais triggered the attacks via this Lazurus plant. The captain and Major Sanan.
Simply harrowing.
Indeed. Though it would have been preferable for him to have finally faced the UC's justice. It seems both of you are to be commended for ensuring he was dealt with before he could strike again. You have our thanks. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other with the threads you've brought together here. The Lazurus plant, the attacks, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the Cabinet to ensure this can never happen. As such, the Cabinet will be securing the Lazurus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure...
A sound decision, Madam President.
I'm glad you think. So then, the Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also... In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is... The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Asili...
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet. We were hoping your... Major?
We've had a few discussions, but only the captain has...
I see. Captain, I know this...
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable...
And Major Sanan? Dr. Walker?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is...
Oh, yeah.
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies. Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods. And I'm told the penthouse is... You all have earned. Now, there's Major Sanan, Dr. Walker. I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TM...
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your... Speak to your commander. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, this meeting is adjourned.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
tanks, those 15-hour shifts are killing me. I'm sorry, heat leeches can turn into what?
Wonder what these new anti-terramorph assignments are going to do to recruit. First thing, the things people do to their poor ships. Supporting the Vanguard's way more interesting than lugging cargo, that's for damn sure.
What can I do for you?
Understood.
All right. Let's get at it then.
Okay, no problem.
I've heard some hostile camps scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit. Scanned as you enter the city.
Sounds like they might be sending security now.
What's this? Just you then? No UCX? Well, thanks to our combined efforts, the Sanan name has more clout. I have a long list of names civilized society would be better without. I just need someone to help me remove them from the picture. Should we begin the hunt? Or did you have questions? continue whenever you like. Just what I was hoping to hear. There's a slate waiting for you. Those are the details for our first, person of interest. Find them, eliminate them, and make the galaxy a better place for it. Though I would expect some resistance when trying to...